Welcome back, guys, to one more great outdoor cooking video. We are at the moment, we are looking at being either the Smoking Outlaws or the Grilling Outlaws.
Or the Cody and Day Extreme Cooking.
Cody, I'm starting to like the Grilling Outlaws, and it's kind of, it just kind of puts in. We're grilling out, we're doing outside, and unlike a lot of grilling and cooking episodes, you know, we do our own thing. We don't do exactly like everyone else does. I know a lot of people will start their briquettes off in a charcoal or a fire starter,
hey, Dave,
and then put it in.
Let's show them the what's it called?
Tiki torches. We have tiki torches around us because mosquitoes are flying like everything.
Yeah, I'm taking the camera off the tripod.
Yeah, we have had to put some tiki torches out here because mosquitoes are flying like everything. We do a lot of our cooking at night. So, because we do a lot of cooking at night, we've had to add some extra lighting out here, which is unfortunately attracting a lot of mosquitoes. So we have put some tiki torches around us and getting things
cats
going.
are hunting.
And you know what, Cody, I saw something the other day on YouTube, actually, to where it was talking about something that I want to look it back up. And viewers, if you know what it is, comment below and let us know. If you know what it is that we are, that I'm talking about. I saw something on YouTube the other day as I was scrolling through, and it was talking about outdoor cooking, campfires, things of that nature. They were talking about something, a particular type of herb that you could place inside your grill or inside your fire that would actually repel mosquitoes, and at the same time it gives a flavor to any food that you're cooking, a nice herbal flavor. So if you know what that was, be sure to comment below and let us know. So Cody, we have our fire going. We're getting it smoking hot as we're getting things ready. I'm going to close down.
You can see side duty.
That fire, I've got it smoking hot, getting it ready, and we are going to do.
Boiling hot.
Cody, we're going to do this right here. Now, I have a cover over these to keep
you need to reach out and grab it.
I have a cover over these, Cody, to keep the insects from getting on them right now. But we have some eye of round steaks that we're going to put on.
Eye of round?
Eye of round.
Why does that sound like you're cooking eyes?
Well, what that is it's basically like a center cut from the loin area of the steak. So what we're going to do is we're going to put these on, and guys, I'll talk a little bit more about this shortly, but we're going to put on some eye of round steaks, get them on the fire. But I want to get this fire good and hot. I'm going to close the lid down on the grill. We're going to let it sit here for a moment and heat up because we want to get it smoking hot, and we will be right back once we get everything going. So stay tuned, guys.
They are already flaming up.
Those flames are shooting up super hot, ready to go. So we're going to close this grill down. It is. We're going to close this grill down, Cody, and we'll be right back. All right, guys, welcome back. That's right, welcome back. We've got everything back on. I've got the grill. I'm going to open it back up now, and the fire is still going. My briquettes are getting nice and hot. So what I want to do now, Cody, is I want to go ahead and I'm going to try to drain off some of this marinade that I have on my meat. Try to drain it off into this pan, and I will explain to you why I am doing that later on. So what I've done is I pour that over into the pan, and I'm going to take this. This is a wok that I used in the last video. I want to place it directly over the fire because I want to heat that marinade up and get it good and hot, because I'm going to be using that periodically as I am grilling the steaks. And we're going to talk about steaks. We're going to talk about different ways to choose your steaks here in just a moment. So, Cody, we're going to let this heat up.
I say the bigger the better.
Normally I would, but tonight we're going small, and there's a reason we're going small, and I'll explain that in just a moment. But I want to let this marinade heat up. This is the sauce that I had everything heating in. I can already see the steam starting to come off of it. So it's starting to heat up and starting to get ready. We're going to place our steaks onto the grill. And what I'm going to do, Cody, is I'm actually going to start our steaks out on the outer area, on the cooler zones of the grill. I'm going to start them there, and then I'm going to transfer them to the heat as I'm cooking to get them to where I want them to be. So just stay tuned. I'm going to get this going. I want to get this heated up a little bit before I get moving. Once I get it heated up, I will actually take it off the fire, set it aside for a moment, and I will periodically put it back on the fire. So we'll be right back.
They already got the meat on the grill.
We already have some of the meat on the grill. I'm placing them in the cooler zones along the grill here. And I've already put a few steaks on. And I'm just going back in here and adding the rest of the steaks to the grill in the cool zones. Now, I said there was a reason why I had this marinade on the grill, and there's a reason for that. Now, Cody, I'm not sure if the light's going to pick this up or not, but when you choose a steak, you want to try to choose one, and I'm hoping that light's picking up a little bit, but you want to try to choose a steak that has some marbling to it, and unfortunately, these were about the best that I could find at our local supermarket
What
today.
does that stand for?
So marbling is just some of the fat that is within the steak, and that helps to keep your steak nice.
And he dropped salt into the fire.
That helps to make sure that you have a nice tender steak. Now, I have this marinade. I'm fixing to take it off the fire for just a moment because it is nice and hot. It's actually boiling, and I don't want it to boil anymore. So I'm going to take it off the fire, and then I'm going to pour the remainder of this marinade over into it. And then we can get rid of this pan. Now, Cody, I know you were wondering why I'm using that, why I did this. And the reason being is because what I'm going to do is this will be a way for me to help keep our steaks nice and juicy as we're cooking, to keep them from drying out. I'll periodically kind of dip it into the marinade and set it back down on the fire. So we're going to let these steaks sit here. They're in the cool zone right now, so they're not going to be directly over the fire. I'm going to let them cook for just a moment and go from there. Once we get everything going, and I start really cooking these and moving them closer to the fire and getting a nice sear on them, we will be ready to go and keep it going. So all right, guys, welcome back. I'm starting to get some grill marks on my meat. So what I'm going to do now, Cody, is I'm actually going to move our sauce off the fire. I actually want to put some of these steaks over onto the fire and start getting a nice sear on them. So if you'll take the camera and bring it down to the fire, we're going to move right over here. No, I don't think so. We're going to move right over here, and what I'm going to do, this is what I was talking about with our marinade. I'm going to dip it into the marinade. So I'm not sure if you got the, yeah, get that camera down here. So this is what I was talking about with the marinade. I'm going to dip it into the marinade. I got a big old beetle flying around over here. I'm going to dip it into the marinade.
I don't want no beetle in food.
And then I'm going to take it right over here and place it right down into that hotter zone. But as you can see, Cody, I am still keeping it to the outside of those flames. Just like we did with those pork chops in the last video that we did, I'm going to keep these to the outside of the flame, and I'm going to keep these other steaks over here off to the side in that cooler zone. I'm actually going to go ahead and take one of those Now these steaks marinated for probably about an hour earlier. They sat in the refrigerator. I actually put them in a Ziploc bag and marinated them with a mixture of Worcestershire sauce, red wine, liquid smoke, and of course a mixture of my herbs and spices that I use. So this is what our marinade was. It sat in there, and again, like I said, that red wine is going to help to break down those real tough parts of the meat and get them to where to be nice and tender, and it's also going to bring that meat to where it will remain juicy, nice and juicy and moist, to where we can, like I said in our last video, we like our meat well done. A lot of people don't. A lot of people prefer their steaks and everything to be medium rare or rare. We prefer ours well done, so that is the way I will cook ours. Um, but of course, when you cook yours, you want to keep an eye on it, and you want to get a good sear on the outside, both sides. Basically, the best way to do that is you put it on your fire for about just a couple of minutes at the most. You keep a close eye on it.
Sorry, viewers, I got the zoom. Just zoomed in tight on his face.
That's okay. Hopefully,
that big.
well, hopefully it wasn't extremely bad. So what we're going to do, guys, is like I said, if you want to keep your steaks to where they're not, you want to keep them at that medium or rare to medium rare. You basically want to put them down, let them sit for a couple of minutes, flip them, sear the other side, and then you're going to have that inside nice and red on the inside. Now, a lot of people prefer those to be nice and red. Myself, I prefer them to be medium well to well done.
You are well done.
And we have a lot of problems. One of our local steakhouses, we have a lot of problems with them because trying to get them to get steaks exactly the way we want it, they don't understand ways to keep that meat juicy. And I've actually tried to explain to them several times, Cody, on best ways to do that. And this right here is the best way to do it. As you see, I've already let these sit here for just a moment. Again, back to our marinade.
Back to the
now
drawing board.
Flipping it.
You said back to, so I said back to the drawing board.
Dip it one more time. And we're going to place these again to the outside of our fire.
Oh, that smells so good. I wish this was smell-o-vision. And that little thing, I wish that was that little thing. And while our cats is wishing for us to drop food.
Yeah, I bet our animals are having a fit with the smell of this food out here. Alright, so we have this going. I'm going to go ahead, Cody, I'm going to flip these steaks over here that's in the cooler zone, because I don't want them to get too done on one side before I'm ready to put that sear on them. So I went ahead and flipped those, and I'm going to keep them going. I'm going to move our sauce back to the fire for just a moment. Just a moment here to kind of get it nice and hot one more time. So,
where did you get the basket?
You know what?
Giving you that for Christmas or your birthday?
Let me tell you what I've done. I don't know if you have a Dollar Tree where you're at, guys, but I know Dollar Tree is very popular around the U.S. And you know what, Cody? I went to Dollar Tree today, and I bought me 2 of these baskets, and I actually bought me this basket right here that will allow me. I have just a cheap aluminum cake pan in here that I'm going to put our finished steaks in when I get finished. And this little basket here, I'm going to use it. It gives a little extra.
He does not know how to use the camera because he wasn't holding it hard enough.
So we have that going. And yeah, Cody, Dollar Tree. I went by there. I picked me up a couple of these little baskets here. It does great because I'm able to keep my herbs and spices in it. Now, if you notice, Cody, I have not seasoned these steaks yet. There's one reason why, and that's because my marinade has seasoning in it. But before I put that final sear on, I will put a little bit of seasoning on them just to get a little bit of extra flavor. And I'm actually about to take these right here. We've allowed them to go for another minute or so. I'm going to pull them. I'm going to dip them one more time, and I'm going to put them back to our cool zone.
Why does meat looks like it gets tinier when it's being cooked?
It does. Now, meat will draw up, especially beef. It will draw up some on the fire. That's inevitable. There's nothing you can do about it. So,
and that one piece is tiny.
Well, this piece right here was just a very small piece that was in the pack to begin with. So, this meat, now I'm going to take this, Cody, and I want to
soak it.
I was about to drop that one.
You were about to drown it?
So, but I want to show something here. You can see, I'll make sure I get a good grip on this. And you can see I've got the meat going here. Now this meat is probably, even though it's got a nice sear on the outside of it, it's probably still nice and red on the inside. So we're going to move these pieces of meat off of the fire over to the cooler zone. And now I'm going to take, and we're going to take these pieces of meat, and I'm going to move them to the fire. we go. Getting these on here. Getting these on the fire here, directly over that heat.
And I'll be a little sneak and grab the meat with my own tongs. Get tongs? 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 Oh, come on. Nobody gets it if tongs.
So now I said that I wasn't going to season them.
Yeah,
so I've got these over here. I'm going to go ahead and put a little bit of seasoning on these. And guys, I'm using...
He's just not listening.
I'm ignoring. I'm using roasted garlic and herb. These are my go-to spices for just about everything. I'm also going to use celery salt, which is a great addition to a lot of beef products. I'm going to place a little bit of, not that one, I don't know why that one's in there. I'll place a little bit of the the brown sugar and bourbon. This is another great season. And we're going to place a little bit of mesquite on this as well. So I'm going to start with the mesquite. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to season around on these here. These are the ones that are already done. So I'm not going to do the ones that's in the fire, or on the fire yet.
In the fire?
Yeah, in the fire. I'm not going to do those yet. I'm adding a little bit of celery salt. Now guys, celery salt is kind of strong. So you want to go sparingly on it when you use celery salt. Roasted garlic and herb.
Honestly, viewers, the way I'm thinking right now, if you prank me with ghost pepper and put it on the meat to make me eat it, I mean, we'll have a prank war.
Alright, so I'm
actually giving him ideas now.
Yeah, give me some ideas. I'm going to place my sauce back over here. I'm going to go ahead, Cody. I'm going to dip these once more, and I'm flipping. This is kind of like flipping burgers.
Try pay him.
And by dipping these in the marinade, this is allowing me to keep some juices, keep this meat nice and moist, so that it does not dry out. Now, we're going to allow these to sit here and cook for just a moment, get a sear on them. Cody, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to add those spices to this one more time. To these here that I just flipped, we're going to go ahead and add those spices to it. I actually forgot to put my brown sugar and bourbon on these. Let me go ahead and place that. And guys, I do not measure my spices. Everything is to taste and just the way you like it. So you may prefer to measure your spices, or you may prefer to substitute these spices for a different one. You know what? It is your recipe. It is your meal. So do it the way you want to do it. Put the spices that you choose. If you choose a different marinade, have at it. There's lots of great over-the-counter marinades that you can buy where you don't have to, put anything on it or in it. There's lots of marinades that you can buy over the counter that are great products for steak. These are the ones that I prefer and love to use. So we're going to go ahead and add
that one piece of meat over there bubbling.
Yep, it's sizzling over there. Alright, so we have
added... I don't know if the viewers heard that, but we got a zapper over here zapping the skids that fly over here. So if you heard like a pop, that was a zapper. Yeah, skids are bad around here.
Well, that's the joys of living near a lake.
Yeah, that's true. And also having a horse. A pet horse.
Well, the horse really doesn't make any difference with that. We just live near a lake.
Because horses horse flies.
Yeah, and you know what? We don't see a lot of those around here, so that's one good thing we do. And it all depends on your area. Ours is a miniature horse, so he really doesn't attract a lot of that. Now, if we had a larger breed horse or cattle, things like that, then we would see more of that. So. Alright, so guys, we're going to be right back. I'm going to let these simmer for just a moment and get a good sear on them. And we're going to start getting these prepared and ready for final take-up. And we'll be right back. So stay tuned. Let's get smoking a little bit more. And let's be some Grilling Outlaws. And let's just do things out of the ordinary. The things the way that we want to do them.
Yellow.
Our briquettes are extremely hot right now.
So. It turned yellow.
Alright, so we'll be right back. Alright, welcome back, guys. I have just flipped my steaks that were in the cooler zone. I've just flipped them over. I've just taken our steaks that are over here directly over the flame, or rather on the outer side of the flame. I just took those and moved them directly over the flame. But before I did that, I dipped them into our sauce one more time, or into our marinade one more time to get that juiciness. And I will do that again periodically as they are cooking. So we have these going. I'm going to kind of press down on them a little bit. I want to get some sear marks on them. Now, keeping them moist like this, they're not going to get the grill marks like I would really want them. Plus, I have our fire lowered down to its lowest setting as well, simply because I don't want these to overcook and cook too fast. Because if they cook too fast, then we're going to get the outside done before the inside, and we're going to risk burning or searing the outside well beyond an well done set, and then the inside will not be where we want it. So these are kind of cooking at a slow rate. I just flipped these ones that's on the cooler temp zone, and I'm going to take these and do the same thing with those here just momentarily. So these are doing well, and actually I believe, Cody, these are just about done. I'm going to dip them one more time into our marinade. These here. And as we do that, some of that juice falls down into the flame, causing it to kind of flare up a little bit. And when it flares up, that gives us a little bit more of a charbroil flavor. I'm going to add our spices to this side.
It's a spark heating your arm. You went up.
No, I think I had a mosquito flying around me. Alright, so we are seasoning these right here. I'm going to let these go for just another minute or so, not very much longer. I want to get them going and where we're going to have a nice sear on them, and when we come back, we will transfer these just on the cooler zone over here, get the sear going on them, and you know what, we'll be ready to take up, and we can call this video another finished outdoor grilling outlaw cooking extravaganza or extreme cooking. We still got to work on a good title for this and get things going, so we will be right
What about
back.
the thumbs up button?
That's right, be sure to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe if you have not, and
Ring that bell.
and you know what, Cody, we're putting this on both of the channels, and it's going to be on both your channel and on the new cooking channel. So it's going to be on both channels, so be sure to subscribe below, and be sure to ring that bell, hit that like button, give us as many thumbs up as you can, comment below. Hey, comment and tell us what your favorite outdoor grilling is.
You know what, viewers? I just followed the channel, and inside, it's to be the Grilling Outlaws.
I like the Grilling Outlaws. I really do like that.
Or the Grilling Smoking Outlaws.
Alright, Cody, so these,
Between those two.
you know what, I'm going to go ahead and
Nah,
I'm going to pull these here off the fire, because they are about where I want them to be. I'm dipping them in our marinade one more time. I'm moving them over off the fire. I don't want them directly over the fire. They're just moving over here just to kind of keep them warm. And I'm going to go ahead now, Cody, and place these over our fire one more time. Alright, these steaks are going to be nice and juicy, ready to go. And you know what, I will get a good shot, a good picture of the finished plate once I plate everything up. We have some steak fries going in the oven, and some baked beans going in the oven. And when I plate everything up, we will show you the final thing that will be our thumbnail. But right now we're going to let these sit over the flame. I have them on the outside of our flame area, Cody. Not directly over it, but it's close enough to that heat that it's going to get a little bit of a sear. In just a moment, I'll move them closer to the center, get a sear on them, and we will be done. So we'll be right. Hey guys, welcome back. We are ready. These steaks are exactly where we want them. They are medium well to well done, exactly the way we want them. Very juicy, very tender. I actually just sliced into one a little bit just to see how it was looking. Now I want to try to get a little bit of a sear on these here. I'm actually taking these up. Now, Cody, what I'm going to do, I'm not going to let this marinade go to waste. This marinade has heated, it has cooked in itself. So it's actually going to be poured over our steaks to keep them nice and juicy. So everything is in here. We are ready to take these up. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to go ahead. I'm going to dip these one more time. And we're going to place them in our pan. And you know what, Cody, I'm going to do? I'm actually going to put our pan over here to where it is also on the heat while I'm taking these up.
What should we do on our video on the cooking channel?
Yeah, comment below. Let us know some things that you like. You know, Cody, I'm thinking about maybe one of our next videos to do some chicken breast.
What about bacon? What about bacon on a grill?
You know what I would have to do? I'd have to pull my griddle out in order to do that, or get one of my grill pans that has some little holes in it where the flames can still reach up. You know, I've never really tried to cook bacon on the grill, but hey, it's a first time for everything. So we're taking these up, and I hope you can see what we got going on here.
Yep, I can see.
Awesome. Alright, so we're getting these over into our pan, taking these up. They are ready to go. We will get this plated up.
And our cats are running back and forth, hoping for us to drop a piece of meat.
They're hoping I'm going to drop a piece of this meat, but too bad. This is all ours. We're not dropping it. It's going to be all for us.
But I know what they're saying. They're going, meow, please, meow, meow, please drop a piece of meat.
You can take that, if you can take that camera and kind of zoom in right here.
I'm going to take you off the tripod just real quick. So we're ending the video after this.
We're going to end the video right after this.
So let's take...
I just poured our marinade that was heating up over this. Now, I hope that with that light there that you can actually see the grill marks that are on that meat right there. So we have some nice grill marks on there. And, you know, you can get it the best way that you want to get it and fix it the way you like it. And as we say, you know, this is your recipe, not mine. You do not have to do it exactly the way we do it. We are the Grilling Outlaws, so we don't do everything exactly the way that it should be done. We
don't do it by the book.
That's right. We don't do it by the book because we're the Grilling Outlaws. We do it the way we want it. We are the Grilling Outlaws. That's fine. We are the Grilling Outlaws. We don't do it by the book, and you don't have to either. You can do it your way. We do it our way.
Hey, I know. Wait. I know how to close this video out for the channels, for the new channel.
Yeah, let's close it out first for Cody's Extreme Scene TV because we are putting this on both channels.
I'll give it the merch.
Yeah, don't forget about the merch, and don't forget to subscribe to both channels. Subscribe below.
You can't see the hat.
Yeah, subscribe below. Be sure to ring that bell, and be sure to give us a thumbs up and share these videos with your friends and your family. And for Cody's Extreme Scene TV, always...
Stay awesome and stay extreme.
That's right.
And you poking me.
That's right. Well, I got meat over here sitting over the fire, so we don't want it to get overdone. And always, you know, choose to grill the way that you want to grill. Keep it smoking. Keep it real.
I got the catchphrase for this.
He's got a catchphrase for this.
And that is, stay cooking. Nah. Let's do it. Stay barbecuing.
We'll come up with a good catchphrase for this channel as we continue to work on it and get things going. So, guys, we're taking this up.
Make cooking extreme.
Hey, I like that. Make cooking extreme. Make it your style, and
Make cooking extreme.
you don't have to go by the book. Be an outlaw. Get out there and grill it your way.
He's outlaw now.
That's right. I'm an outlaw. So,
Cops.
alright, guys. Until next time.
Any cops on my channel? He's outlaw now. Come arrest him.
Until next time.
I'll hold him down.
Yeah, there you go. Until next time, get out there, enjoy the weather, enjoy the summertime, or wherever you're at. If you're in the winter zone, enjoy the winter time, and enjoy cooking out. You don't have to cook out just in the summertime. There has been times that I have come out, Cody, in the past, and cooked out when there was snow on the ground. So,
Yeah, I don't believe that.
alright, so we're going to plate this
I
up.
don't believe that.
Alright, so we're going to plate this up, and I will take a picture of the final product, and that will be our thumbnail, and we will get it going. So,
I just noticed it turned to dark.
yep, it's turning to ash. We're going to close this down. I'm going to close off this chimney.
First it was black, now it's completely gray.
That's right, we're closing off all of the vents.
Like him.
We're closing off all of the vents
He's
and
not
the chimneys,
listening.
and getting all of this air supply going to it stopped so that it does not flame up on us. So until next time, guys.
I'm taking over the town.
Until next time, guys. Get out there, do some grilling, and for Cody's Extreme Scene TV.
Stay off on the streams.
That's right.
And
And for the grilling channel,
make cooking extreme. Now I got that
yeah,
backwards.
there you go. Make cooking extreme. All right. Until next time, guys.